This is Chuck Cameron out at a lovely but little drizzly morning. This issue of View from the Top. We're at the fire hall now. You can see that behind me. We're going to talk to the chief about what's new with the fire services in our community. We're going to go over to the village and cross 24 and talk to the folks there about what's new in the village. And we hope that you will enjoy learning about what's new, this issue of View from the Top. A good day to you. This is Chuck Cameron with Chief Matt Majestic. Matt, thank you for spending a minute or two with us.
Yeah.
We're at the back section of our fire department. And behind us is a remarkably new, interesting structure. What's this all about? We talked about it before, but...
Well, it's our training. It's the training tower that we got through Fire Training Systems out of Arizona.
Yep.
And again, this was completely funded with almost no taxpayer or millage money.
Right.
So this came from all donations and fundraising and begging and pleading other places.
Simple. So what will be done here?
All sorts of fire training. What we're going to be doing here, this is as you can see, it's a 3-story-ish kind of structure made out of shipping containers these are new shipping containers, not like some kind of, just recaptured stuff.
Sure.
So what we're going to have is multiple things that we can do in there. On the lower level, on the 2 lower levels that are side by side, there's some maze areas kind of thing so that we can do search and rescue, so that we can reconfigure all the walls inside to move things around so that we can, as if we're going into a house. On the 2nd floor, there's a stairwell, then there's a standpipe system, like as if we would have in some of our commercial buildings, so that we could hook up and actually have water to the upper levels. We have a roof prop, as you can see there, where the sheet of plywood is, so we can cut as if we're cutting a roof, for ventilation, which breaks through down to the lower level. The black, what looks like a weird ladder on the outside there, that's black. That's a cutting station. We can put rebar and steel bars into that to use our saws on that. On the upper level, the silver part that you see there, that's going to be for our tech rescue teams with Oakland County that we are a part of. They can do rappelling from there. We can also do window bailouts in case of emergency. Like as if we were at a fire and the guys had to bail out. We can do training off of the both this front side, the left side, and the rear. So kind of everything there. And in the back, in the lower level in the back, there's a disoriented firefighter. We'll call it a maze.
Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah.
For lost, trapped, disoriented firefighters to go through and find their way out. So, and the nice thing about it is, again, we can reconfigure the whole, all the rooms and kind of the barriers within, so that we can change it from each time. So
is this just for our guys or gals, or for the community?
No, this is, it is us, obviously, it's ours. But we have opened up and offered its access to all of our neighboring departments on all sides of us. So anybody if they want to come train with us, or if they have a training night set up for themselves and they want to reach out, we've already offered, and it's available for any of our neighbors to use.
And you were saying earlier that there won't be any fire going up here.
We are not going to burn any materials inside this. We are purchasing a very heavy-duty commercial fog machine.
I see.
Right, so we will have water-based smoke inside. Nothing dangerous, nothing that's going to cause anybody any irritants or anything like that.
So thoroughly disoriented for fire.
Yeah. It's the closest thing we can do to having actual fires. So
excellent.
Won't have the heat, but
quite a structure.
Yeah.
All right. So that's new.
Yeah.
I understand in the shop that there are some new pieces of equipment there that are encouraging for your team and needed. So why do you have to buy new equipment, and what's new?
Our new fire engine just showed up here just in the last couple weeks, and we are in the process of getting it all outfitted with equipment. And we're going to have to, obviously we don't have enough equipment to, so we have to move equipment from the one engine that's going to be going out of service, but it takes a lot of time get things coordinated, and we're getting there. We actually are just finishing up all the drivers training with all the guys, because they all have to learn how to drive it, pump it, and all of that. We just had the manufacturer come out, and they provided an all-day video training, if you will, kind of walking through. And so what they did, we recorded everything that they were showing, so that all our guys can then watch the exact same thing, you know, and hear the same story.
And for new people too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So is this a bit like in my world, when my old Jeep gets 180 or 200,000 miles and gets sort of weary, I needed to replace it.
Yeah.
Is it similar situation here?
Yeah. Our engine one is at it's exceeded its life expectancy. We're keeping her together, but it was due. And then and we just also did the pre-construction meetings for the next 2 ambulances that we had on order, and hopefully, if all goes well, we should see them. I'm going to say somewhere between January and March of next year, the first one, and then a month or 2 after that will be the second one. And then we just placed the order for the final 4th one, which will probably be another 1.5 years down the line.
Same story for those that the equipment you have, which is good equipment, just gets old and weary. And you can't maintain it.
Well, it's somewhere in 135 to 145,000 miles.
Wow.
We've asked a lot of them, and you know, they've provided service, but now their maintenance cost and repairs has gone through the roof, and they're beat up. Yep. They're old. You know, we don't spend willy-nilly. We're trying to, but you know, we need to replace them.
I know something about old.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, I do. So, when your organization gets new ones, what happens to the old equipment?
The old ambulances and the old engine, we will end up placing them on an aftermarket sale. The fire engine may get purchased by another community, maybe a rural community up north, or on, you know, in something more rural, obviously, a volunteer department somewhere. The ambulances, they're probably going to end up back on the market, and I could probably just see maybe a contractor buying it. You know, we'll remove the lights and the sirens and stuff, but they may make a very good plumber, handyman type vehicle. Right. You know, they're not. You know, that might last them a few years. Right. You know, but yeah, they're not really serviceable moving forward. I
have this picture of the Ghostbuster vehicle.
Yeah, right.
So if anybody wants to go into that business,
there you go.
Might be an opportunity.
That might work.
The last thing I want to talk to you about is training. You just had a group of folks go through from the high school.
Well, no, this year's now the start of the new school year. Right. So our new high school EMT program, we still have a class that we work in collaboration with Oxford Community Schools. High school seniors come in, and they're here with us every morning, 7:30 to 9:30, and they're learning everything about becoming an EMT. And at the end, they'll be able to take the National Registry exam and be licensed as a basic emergency medical technician. The first step towards the fire service, or, you know, a lot of them use it for maybe they're going to go on to nursing school or want to go to med school. All our students tend to be high academic achievers. So, yeah.
It's a good base.
Yeah.
At this point, you've got a bunch of high school students who, when they finish their senior year, would be qualified to be an EMT.
They will be. They'll be licensed EMTs, yes.
Remarkable.
Yep.
That's a marketable skill in case they don't go on to...
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah.
So. Okay, excellent. Anything else we need to talk to you about before we let you go back to actually work?
We'll actually be having our official, I don't know, we'll call it a ribbon cutting, if you will, for the training tower at our open house this year on the first Saturday of October. I think that's the 4th.
Excellent.
My calendar's not working in my head right now, but I'm almost positive that's what it is. So, we'll be doing that 11 to 3, our open house, and yeah, so, you know, and then after that, we'll have cider and donuts on Halloween, like usual.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, open house, everybody's invited.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep.
So you heard it first. Come down here. Great place, the fire station. Great bunch of people too. Really.
Yeah.
Yes, good folks. Good. Well, they tolerate us. So
present company accepted. No.
Yeah, present company very much included. Well, Chief, thank you very much for the time and everything. Thanks for all the work you and your team do quietly to make sure that when people have a problem,
we try.
we can help them with the solutions.
We're trying.
Okay. For Chief Majestic, this is Chuck Cameron saying we hope you have an excellent day in beautiful, scenic North Oakland County. Take care.
Breathe. Love what you do and you've already won, my parents used to say. My parents whose smiles were my first finish line, who championed respect, whose resilience built mine. Even more than I wanted a gold medal, I wanted a heart of gold, like the mentors who were my balance beams, refusing to let me down, and the coaches who spoke out to anything out of bounds. Heroes who never stood on podiums, but stood up for me. Every shot I made, give the assist to those who since my youth were referees, ready to blow the whistle and end abuse.
Well, today's discussion on View from the Top is with Amy Desotell. Amy, thanks so much for taking some time to talk to me today. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Anytime for you.
Thank you. Amy is the head of the Oxford Chamber of Commerce, and we've talked about a number of things over the years that I've been here that the Chamber does, but I've never asked you these questions. What is a Chamber of Commerce? Why do communities have chambers of commerce, and why would, I guess it's primarily business people, why would a business might want to become a part of a chamber of commerce? Can you tell the folks out there a bit about the story behind the chambers of commerce, what's it about?
A Chamber of Commerce is a nonprofit, and we are funded by membership. It's different. People get it confused with the DDA, which is the Downtown Development Authority, and they are funded from the business's tax money, which is TIF money, and they run off of that along with sponsorships, and we run off of sponsorship also. The chamber is developed to do networking for business owners, for them to get to know their other businesses, to have networking events so that they can refer each other. The chamber also does outside communities, not just Oxford. So it's a way for them to be able to expand their business, where the DDA is more of like an event-driven kind of entity, where the chamber is more for our businesses to network and grow their business, and we market them, and we do a lot of things to get the word out about the businesses.
Excellent. And when I've seen people coming into town, often, it seems to me, often they'll become a part of the Chamber of Commerce, and we have the ribbon cutting events and stuff like that. I suppose that's to let other businesses know, hey, we're here, pay attention to us because we're part of you now. Is that about right?
Absolutely. The ribbon cutting is to announce it basically to the community, and to welcome other businesses out to meet them, so that maybe they can even share different things, like for instance, like Health Quest is physical therapy, but I've connected them with Apothecary because they're a holistic pharmacy and a regular compounding pharmacy. And that's kind of what the chamber does. We try to put our businesses together that can help one another.
Well, so you're basically a matchmaker.
Kind of, yeah.
You're right. So how did you get involved in the Chamber of Commerce? You've been in this leadership role for a while. Did you tell me that?
Yes.
How did you get started with this? Because I see you all around town, and it's always good to see you because that means you're out making things happen. How'd you get involved?
Well, long time ago, I saw that they were looking for an assistant in the office, and I wanted to network my design business that I had going, And I applied and I started working here, and then there was a sudden change of guard, and next thing I knew, I was taking it over, and I started to run it like a business and get people involved and networking and creating events, and here it is.
How long have you been at that role?
Going on 11 years. Oh, this as an executive director, 9 years.
Okay. In that time, you talked about changes. What sorts of things, big picture things, did you think needed to be changed? Could you give us any examples anyway? And why?
It wasn't run very well. So I wanted to have the, you need money so that you can give back to the businesses.
True.
And create networking events. And that's what I did, is I created like the community breakfast to let the businesses all know what's going on from the village, the township, the county, and even possibly the state. And we've created that, and we moved into doing an expo. Like this year's expo is hopefully going to be a trunk or treat, and that's going to be a new thing for these businesses to bring a new eye to them, and just different. We did sponsorships, which we never did before. We gave more value to our businesses by creating welcome bags for new homeowners moving in the area. We created a directory for them to be able to be found, and we set up a website. I've created the website for people to be able to find the businesses on there. There's a lot of things that we've recreated the wheel.
Got it. So the people out there in the community, if they wanted to know where am I going to get a plumber or a wallpaper or the chamber might be a place that they might not think to connect with, but you folks have a pretty good idea who's in town and who provides good service. Is that right?
Absolutely. And the directory, we're in the process of creating a new website, so bear with us. But you'll be able to sort through and find the plumbers and find the electricians and find whatever you need on there coming up.
So with the directory, first of all, those are the little pamphlets and stuff like that are.
There is a hard copy directory also.
Where would a person get that?
Always here at the village. We put them at the chamber, outside the chamber door. They're at the township. They're in the welcome bags. They're at some of the businesses.
And they'd go online and see, where do they go online? Where do they find chamber stuff?
OxfordChamber.net.
Even I can remember that.
Yes, right. It's an easy one.
Okay. So that's a lot about chamber and activities. Thanks for giving me a higher view. So what about Amy? What, in your future, what sorts of things do you think about doing as you look ahead?
As far as chamber?
No, just Amy. What do you want to do with your life?
Well, I have a new beautiful granddaughter, so she's beautiful. So I'm hoping to spend more time with her. My husband and I own a rental business, so we're hoping to expand that and work more on that. We want to travel. We have a lot of things. We're on the early side of old, so.
You are definitely. When you describe that, I'm thinking you're not likely to slow down in a hurry.
No.
Yep.
No.
So it sounds good. Well, it's always been fun to talk with you and see what the chamber does. I'm sure that you look forward to slowing down. I don't think there's any such thing as slowing down. I've been retired for a while, and there's no such thing as slowing down.
If you slow down, you lose it.
I think so. Right. Well, I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Thanks for all you do for the community.
It's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, all right. Till next time, this is Chuck and Amy saying we hope you have an excellent day in beautiful Oxford. Oxford TV saying so long.
When a crisis hits, close to home and across the globe, Nonprofits are on the front lines, ready to serve. The demand for charitable services has skyrocketed, and nonprofits are rising to meet the needs. Healing, nurturing, rescuing, honoring, protecting, caring, inspiring. The work of philanthropic organizations of all sizes, across all missions, has never been more important. And it's donors and volunteers like you who make all this possible. Thank you. Together, we change the world. The Nonprofit Alliance.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear. Call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
Okay, this session of View from the Top, I'm joined by Vickie Hauff. Vickie, thank you so much again for taking a few minutes. We know you're busy to talk to us about what goes on at the clerk world and in the township's treasurer world. So I appreciate you spending a minute or five, okay?
Okay.
All right, this is good. Vickie has a lot of responsibilities, as do most of the folks in our local community. And we've asked her today to, if you'd think about for a minute and give the folks out there in the real world a sense from their knowledge, what do they know that a treasurer does in the village? What do they need to know that the clerk and clerk's office does? What services do you provide that they might not know about?
Well, treasurer is a lot of money, banking. I do send out the tax bills and we collect that, we settle that with the county. So that overall, that's what the treasurer does besides investing money for the village as well. The clerk, it's a lot of administrative, it's a lot of paying bills, that kind of stuff, payroll, but also for the village, I am a notary, so anytime anybody needs something notarized, if you call, make an appointment, I'm here Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5. And but it's a lot of clerical behind the scenes that people don't see.
A lot of work to keep the engine running, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So when folks send their checks in to pay, for example, taxes,
Yes.
which is coming up and has come up, what does the village do with that money? And is it stored in a bank someplace? Is there an investment strategy for? What do you all do with the money?
We invest it. I invest it, and it's called Michigan Pool, which is all Michigan municipalities pool all their money together.
Oh, good idea.
And they invest that money for us. So I do that until we need to use it for roads.
Right.
To pay for people pay the rubbish on their own with the water bills. But the function of the office, pay the electricity, the salaries, that kind of stuff. It pays for your police force.
Sure.
Our DPW workers who are out there all the time making sure everything looks good and it's all budgeted out.
I
And the
bet
village-
it is.
Yes, it is. It's a very detailed budget that the village manager puts together.
Got it. So the money comes in and it doesn't just sit in your cash box someplace.
No.
It's sitting in accounts which could grow with some interest until it's needed, and then you draw out what you need,
Yes.
like a family would do.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yep.
Are we in a good shape as far as the village goes, as far as treasury? Is there enough money to keep the lights on?
Absolutely.
Good.
We're doing good.
Good. That's good. That's good to hear.
It's always good to hear.
And you heard that from the treasurer, so
Yes.
you know that it's true.
Yes.
Detail-oriented people never say absolutely until it's true.
Exactly.
Exactly, right, okay. So you've taken this role, it's kind of a double role right now, treasurer and clerk, which makes my head spin. That's a lot of tasks.
It is.
Is it working well to to do all these things together? Have you learned about some things that maybe need to be more efficient or effective, or changes that needed to be in the program since you've taken over?
It's been working really well. I was worried when I first started because I've never seen the dual role like that.
Right.
Not a lot of places do that. Villages tend to do that just because we don't have elections. So that's a big part of a clerk's job is elections. And when you take that part out, it has room for another role. I do have two girls that help me out. And if I didn't have them, I wouldn't be able to do it all.
I understand they're very strong parts of the program.
Yes, they are. Yeah, and we're a very small office, so there's only 4 of us as there is. So if one of us is gone, I don't think it would work.
So what I hear is if somebody needed something notarized,
Yes.
because you're a notary, they could make an appointment, come in here and get something notarized. And since you're right here, they don't have to go to a Secretary of State's office or something like that. You're the local person.
Yes, I am.
That's pretty cool.
Anytime, yeah.
All right. Do you like your work?
I love it.
Excellent.
Who knew at my age I would find a job I finally love? I've only been doing this for about 5-6 years now, and I absolutely love it. I love serving the residents, and it's a great job, and it's a great community. I love working here.
Do people come in and out of the office fairly regular, or is most of the interaction with you and your various roles done either by mail or electronic these days?
A lot of it is electronic. We do have people come in, they'll pay their water bills and their taxes, and a lot of them come in to talk to Joe when it comes to the roads and different things in the community. So most of my job, it's electronical.
Now, does that work?
So far, so good.
It
does work.
So far is all we've got.
Yeah.
Okay. If you looked ahead for maybe 5 years, which no one can do, but we ask these questions because I wonder about them. What would you see maybe 5 years from now happening in these kinds of roles in our village, or maybe in other villages? What would you see? Consolidation? Would you see diversification? Would you see, is AI going to take over and we sit around and watch television all day? What do you guess?
I know a lot of people are talking about AI, and a lot of people are using them in municipalities and that.
Yeah.
My last conference, we talked a lot about it.
Sure.
I'm on the fence. I think if you do too much on the computer and you give too much information, it's out there for somebody to find.
Right.
So me personally, I don't see using a lot of AI.
Got it.
I think doing it the way we do works well.
So things are working pretty well as they are.
Yes, they are.
We agree. It seems like they're working well. You have a couple of pieces of paper. I wanted to give you a couple of minutes to talk about these things, which I think the folks in our area would need to know about.
Absolutely. I go to the county a lot for the HUD programs and stuff for the grants that we get for our community. But there are other programs, and they have, like, Oakland County has Wellness Wednesdays that offer showers and laundry facilities, housing resources, career opportunities, community navigation, and medical services for anybody that needs that, right down at the county building. And they also have programs to help pay your water bill if you need work done on your house, you can't afford it. There are programs and grants out there at the county, and you can go on our website. Some of it's on our website, or you can go on Oakland County's website and find them.
Excellent. So we'll ask Dan to take a picture of these and put them in the part of the program here. But so these are programs that our county provides at no cost.
No cost.
To the folks who live around here.
Yes. And I will have these flyers here at the office if anybody ever wanted to come in and grab them.
So if somebody walked in and just looked around, might they find some flyers that would be of interest to them?
Anyway, we have a bulletin board as you walk in, and there's stuff on there always. And it has the stuff about the water program too.
So get off your phone,
Yes.
get in your car, park in this lovely new parking lot.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Walk in and talk to the amazing people at the village offices. All right?
We're always here to help.
Yep, always here to help. Anything more before we let you go back to work?
I don't think so, but
All right.
it's great talking to you.
Good to talk to you again. So from Vickie, this is Chuck saying, stop by the village offices, because it's a really cool place to be, and they have very nice people.
Yes,
and pay your bills and pay attention to the good stuff, the services which might be available free to you or maybe somebody you know who could use them. So thank you, Vickie.
Thank you.
It's always a joy.
Always a good.
Hey, for Vickie, this is Chuck saying, we hope the rest of the day is an excellent day. Take care. Well, that was good. We are here today. We just finished interviews with Vickie Hauff, who's the who's the treasurer and clerk, which is a lot of hats, Chief Matt Majestic, and also Amy Desotell, who handles the Chamber of Commerce beautifully. And it was a joy to hear what they have to say. We hope that you've enjoyed this session of View from the Top from Oxford Community TV. Have a good day.